Hi everybody, welcome to the Academy. It's a beautiful day to talk about what now, what next. Those two sentiments, those two words put together, what now and what next, is like, it really brings fear into life. It really does. And at this moment, at this monumental barrage of tyranny, it's really started to shake the foundations of many people. This video is for one particular beautiful girl who has sent me a message today, and I can feel it in her voice how heartbreaking it is for her. She's in Victoria now, and they've all been told that they were told 5 hours ago basically that in the next coming days, if you haven't had what they're forcing on you, you're gonna basically lose your job completely. And a lot of people are feeling sick because they've gone to school, they've done the education, they've done the college, they've done the university, and now they've got this job which they work so hard for, and all of a sudden they're being told, or you're being told, that you are no longer eligible to work for that company if you don't have a certain thing inside you. You all know what I'm talking about. So a lot of you are devastated. A lot of you are ripped to pieces. You feel like your whole life's been torn apart. If you were sat in front of me and I was about to give you what's called a spiritual reading to look deeper into this and to give you information and to help you along your journey, it would probably go something like this. I would turn my cards over and look at you and see and feel the fear within you. What I'd do is I'd take you over to the healing bed and I'd lay you down. The first thing I'd do is take my right hand and put it over your head, and take my left hand and hold it out. And what happens there is the universe gives you energy, and that energy blasts through the whole of your body out of your other hand, and then it blasts your head and clears all the nonsense, the illusion, and all of those thoughts and feelings that were really there to suppress your path and your journey, and to fool you into believing that that's your life and that's who you are. All of those things in your mind are not who you are. It's not your life, and you'll understand why after the healing session. Then I take my hand after I've burnt away that, and I go straight to the heart, and I blast the heart with this universal energy, and that then it pumps your heart up so it becomes strong, powerful, and it starts to feel this feeling of there's nothing that I cannot do. Your heart feels almost like it can conquer anything, it can do anything, which it can. So now you've got the peace in your mind and you've got the strength in your heart. You get up and you sit down next to me, and I place my hands over yours and I close my eyes and I start to feel you. Not the work you, not the life that you eat, drink and sleep, not your problems with your friends and family, not your issues and worries about life. I feel you, the real you, not the physical you, not the touch you, not the mouth, not the ears, the real you, which lies inside the heart. That is the spirit and the essence of everything that keeps this body alive. That is your true you. That's the light. That's the individual. All, everything, and ever will be an everlasting you. Never die. That is, I'm looking for you. I'm going into you. I'm feeling you. And you have gifts inside you that are so incredible. I'm trying to touch them gifts. I'm trying to find a way to bring out your understanding of who you are and what your path and journey is, and what your path and journey would like, and giving you kind of little snippets of information of what path to walk. I open my eyes and then I begin to read. So as I read, I start to explain who you are. I start to tell you your gifts, how beautiful you are and how powerful you are. I start to tell you about all the things that you've done in your life. And then all of a sudden your mind says, how does he know all of that? How did he know I was like that? How did he know that's just like me? And then your mind starts to say, well, there is something in this now, because what he's saying is actually true. It all makes sense. I am like that, and I forgot I'm like that. And all of a sudden you start to accept what's being said, because you know truth and you feel it. And they're not just words, they're energy, they're vibration. And that vibration touches everything about you, and then you become stronger. So after I finish that 1 hour session, you get up with new information. That information normally is a reminder of who you truly are. And when you realize who you are, then you can conquer the world. Once you've created that energy around you, the fear is gone. You feel like the possibilities are endless. You walk away with a new breath of life inside you, a new light that shines, a new you. And then you look at your life and realize that, my God, all of that pain and suffering was never me. It was an illusion. And that's the truth. We actually live in an illusion, and we think we are somebody that we're not. We have created this idea that I am Mark Bajerski. I'm not Mark Bajerski. I'm far more than that. I'm more powerful than any of that name that holds me back. And so are you. We have ultimate power and knowledge within us. So today, stop fearing your life. And don't look at me and say, well, it's all right for you. Don't say that, because you're just beating yourself up and you're just judging and measuring yourself against somebody else. I can tell you about all my life and the years that I spent eating Rice Krispies and cornflakes and not having no money, and blaming everybody else and blaming myself and believing that I wasn't good enough. I can tell you all the jobs that I've had, which are over 100 jobs, until the point I came to, actually I'm unemployable. And actually maybe I'm not meant to be employable. Maybe I'm meant to be my own boss. And maybe you are. And maybe what you're going through right now is that shake-up, that you realize that you have to take your life by both hands like a steering wheel of a car. And you are the answer. And where you're going to is exactly where you know you're going to. Just jump in the car and let it take you. But you know where you're going. Even though you don't, you do. Because there's always two things happening at any given moment. That's why I keep telling you, you have to go with the flow. And in that moment of going with the flow, your eyes are open and you get to see miracles and signs. And because you're open and you're in that beautiful energy of, I know who I am and I know everything will be fine, and it will. And then things happen and you go, oh, thank God for that. No, don't thank God for that. You did that. You created that. It wasn't out of luck. It wasn't out of, all my negativity is gone now, thank goodness. None of that. It's because you've created an energy around you, and it's an energy of belief in yourself, and that belief of all possibilities. And it's true. It happens. I've seen multimillionaires create great wealth from having nothing because they believed in what they were doing. What were they doing? Well, they didn't know, but they knew what they were doing was the right thing. So, well, I've seen lots of people who have nothing create mega wealth. Why is that? Because they believed in their path, their journey. And it's a point where you get to when you've exhausted everything else, and it always comes back to you. You can listen to people say, no, I haven't got enough and we need more money and we're never going to have this, and then be around them people, you'll never have anything. But then when you leave all these people behind and say, stop, okay, I'm creating, I'm making things happen. It's not about wealth, it's about creating. And I'm going to be happy in doing this. And by doing that, you kill the evil energy of fear, which is always around us. And you grow higher and stronger, and your light becomes so bright that doesn't even affect you anymore, and you actually walk away from it. Not interested, sorry, I don't talk brainwashed. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create. So, you know, right now, you can sit and you can be absolutely devastated, okay? And that's where you'll always be. You can sit and be a victim, right? And that's where you'll always be. And there's plenty of them. Or you can say, you know what? My rejections are Spirit's protections. This isn't a rejection. This is a protection. They're actually helping me and guiding me. So where do I go next? Some people ask me, what is the true journey of our life? And I said the closest I could ever get to that, which is the key that opens the door to finding it, is happiness. And you might laugh at that and you say, oh, Jesus, what's he talking about? But happiness is just a word, but it is an actual energy. An energy that is like a homing bird going back home. It pulls them like a magnet back to where they're going. So you are being pulled to your path. So whenever you feel happy, it pulls you towards your path. So you might think, oh, well, I'm having a laugh and joking, listen to music. But at the same time, you're being given information. So if you're listening to some music, there might be information in that or a feeling that pulls you into, this is what I'd like to do. People often say, oh, you can't make money for things that you just like to do. People say that because they never did. I'm doing something that I like to do and get paid for it really well. So don't ever, take your weakness and your brainwashed propaganda, your MSM and your nonsense from what you've been taught. I can live a happy life and still create wealth. No problem. And so can you. You know why? Because when you're happy doing what you're doing, you create something so powerful that people want. So think about that. So when you start to follow that thought of, well, what makes me happy? That's one beautiful pull in the right direction. Okay? And the other one, there's quite a few actually. The other one is one which most people don't even go there. And that is, what is your gift? And you go, I don't have a gift. And I say, you do, you just don't believe you have a gift, which means you reject the fact that you have a gift. Oh, it's true. I guarantee you won't know what your gift is, or if you do, you're 1% of the world population. Because you see, we've been trained not to believe in ourselves and not to believe in the things that I share with you. And what is that? It's the little things, the little tiny things that you're good at. If I was sat with you for an hour, I can tell you exactly what your gift is. That's why I said with 1 hour of healing, I can home in on the certain things that you're good at. And because you're good at this, you'll be good at that. So because I feel this about you, these are the things that might be a great idea. And what you might do is you might come to me and after a psychic reading and say, oh, you gave me some great ideas. I did that. That didn't really work for me. And so I went to here, that didn't work. And I went to here, it didn't work. And then I went there and it all worked out. And now I'm like, whoa, Mark, I'm doing so well. And I said to you, but if it wasn't from you going to there, to there, you would have never have got to there, would you? And they sat back and they went, Jesus, you're right. You're right. I would have never have got to there if you wouldn't have said that and that and that and that. So the little things that you have inside you, the gift within you that is beautiful, whether it's listening to people, whether it's seeing something different within people and feeling them in a certain way, whether it's the way you work with your hands, whether it's the way you do a certain thing that you know you're good at doing deep down, and you know you feel that you can do this. You just know it, like I did. But I said, oh, it's not good enough. I need to be like him. I need to be like her, because what I am is not good enough because they're famous and I'm not. Well, how do you think they got famous? How do you think they got popular? How do you think they became wealthy? How do you think they became a name? You think it just happened? No, because they believed in their gift. And that's what you need to do. You are not an air hostess. You are not a car mechanic. You are not a worker in a factory. That is just a fill-in for something that you did not believe in yourself. So you decided to do something else. And deep down in you, you know that what you were doing anyway wasn't really who you are. And you were just you were filling a hole in that was blank because you couldn't find who you truly are. And I'm telling you, you are more than your job. So forget the job and stop being worried about it. There's thousands of jobs out there. People can change their job in an instant and do things. And hey, don't get bored. It's great trying different things. I've been doing this job in this factory for 26 years. I got a watch. And? Is that it, Dad? Well, I worked every day and... Yeah, more fool you. Sorry, Dad, but more fool you. You were miserable. And is that it? Is that it? I'm proud because I worked 26 years and I got a gold watch. In fact, you never even got a gold watch, Dad. Hey, I know you're up there, but it's true. Now what do you think? Oops, back down again to learn it all again, Mr. Father. It wasn't about the job, was it? It was about enjoying life. And did you do it? Not one bloody day, mate, because you were miserable at your job. You were miserable in your job. I'm not saying that you were miserable. You might have loved your job. But all I'm trying to say is this. There is a beautiful, big, wide world out there. And in a spiritual sense, there is much more than work. I keep saying it to you. Life is not about eating, drinking, sleeping and working. That is a program to keep you in a cog, to keep this system going so you feed it every day. Create your own life wealth, create your own work, create your own business, create your own freedom. By doing that, you can then get up when you want, go to sleep when you want, work when you want, go on holiday when you want, do what you want, and nobody can tell you what to do ever again. This is a perfect time for you to start your own business, to start your own whatever. Do something creative. There's so much out there to do. There is so much wealth in the world, you would not believe it. And you, out of billions of people, come on, there's billions of people. If you have something that you can create or make or do, and you really love what you do, then Spirit knows and watches and brings people to the door. Trust me, they do. If you are true to your work, if you spend hours with one crystal and put it on a website like I do, and Spirit says, hey, here, this guy here, this guy there, that's what happens. You don't need to advertise all day long. You don't need to push things, because Spirit is the guide that brings people to your gift, to your paintings, to your pottery, to your whatever you want to do, to your words, to your poems, to your book, to your life, to a video that you share with people. Learn how to speak and share your truth and give guidance. People will come. They just come. Just like the field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. Listen, I don't have all the answers. But the whole point about life is that somebody else shouldn't have all the answers, because you are here to create your own answers. You have the answers inside you. I promise you. I don't have the answers. I don't know who you are truly. Only you know what happiness is and joy and what you'd like to do in a day. The only thing that you need to do is stop fooling yourself by listening to your mind and your mum and your dad and your friends and everybody. You need to stop all of that and ask yourself, be truthful with yourself for once in your life. What do you want? Without a fear of saying I can't or it's impossible. Take that away. It's a lie. It's the devil's trick. You are powerful. You are amazing. You can do anything you want. If you create it, it will happen. If it's what you want. And even if it's not, it's a stepping stone to where you're going. Don't ever stop. Get up off your bum. Keep working. Keep doing. Look at me every day. I'm 54 years old now. I started this when I was 38. Ask me, have I ever not posted? I ever not sent messages? I ever not gift people? Every day. Every day. Why? Because I realize something, even though I don't do it for that reason. But I realize the one most powerful thing that all these business entrepreneurs sell you in courses, I can tell you in one nutshell, the major factor, well, two major factors of how businesses are successful for a long period of time. Because you're truthful and honest, and because you love what you do, and you do it as a third every day. Consistent, consistent, consistent. See, you didn't need to pay 1,000, 2,000, 7,000 to find out the real way of becoming a millionaire. Find your joy and follow that and work it in so that you can do it where you enjoy, work and create and sell in some way or another. And that helps you along your journey. It's brilliant. It's not all about being famous and rich. This isn't what this is about. Life's about enjoyment, helping, caring, sharing, making a difference. You know what I'm doing this week? You know what I did last week? I'm setting up a website and it's going to be called the Pure Energy Healing Exchange website, something like that. But it's going to be energy exchange. And I'm making it so that everybody can come there and just log on and say, hi guys, this is my name, this is who I am, this is what I'm able to do. I'd like to give 1 hour of my time. I can listen to you if you want because I'm a good listener. Or hey, I can work on a project, I can help you write a book, I can give 1 hour of this, 1 hour of that, I can give you an hour healing session, and I'm here. Here's my photo and I'm ready whenever you are. And you give 1 hour of your time. And when that 1 hour has been given to somebody else, you receive a credit. So then you now can go on the same website and choose somebody that you need to give you an hour, called Energy Exchange. I'm always thinking about ways of helping our brothers and sisters. So look out for that. And it doesn't stop there. I continue every day with different things. My teas that I'm drinking at the moment, everything that I'm working on. I'm just a normal guy doing just the things that most people say, oh, I can't do that. Well, then you won't. Do you hear me saying I can't do it? I'm going to give it a try. And if that tea doesn't work, I'll move on to something else. And if that something else doesn't work, I'll move on to something else. And eventually something will be beautiful and create. I'm not bothered whether this works or not. I know I put my life, my heart and soul into it. I've been working with it every day, putting my energy into it, singing bowl. I've been doing all sorts, working and speaking to spirit. Is this right? Apparently it's going to be amazing. But even if it isn't amazing, it's not the point. If one person gets it and they feel better, then I've done my job. See, it's not about measuring by success. It's measuring about how you did something, how much effort you put into it and love. And I look at that and think, wow, you're amazing. Look at that. Look at the trueness in you. It's not about how much money or how many people are buying it. It's about your love in what you're doing. That is success. That is true, beautiful energy. This may not mean anything to you today, guys. It may mean something. It may trigger. It may get you upset. It may make you think. But I really hope it makes you look at yourself for a good few minutes, just to go into nature and sit down and maybe just look at yourself and just ask yourself, be truthful. Am I really worthy of myself? Do I really actually believe in myself? And the answer is normally no. At 38 years old, it was the hardest point in my life to say, who the hell am I and what am I doing with my life? And who am I? What am I doing? I mean, God's sake. And it's heartbreaking. because you realize that the pain and suffering isn't because of who you are and what you are, it's what you've actually done in your life that you think, oh, what a waste. And that's what you're upset about. But it's a good thing as well, because it's your awakening. And that awakening comes at a divine moment when it's meant to. So I say this from the bottom of my heart. If you're in Victoria or you're around the world and you're feeling sad and upset because the evil world is trying to poison you, and you feel that you have to because you've got no other alternative, well, maybe, just maybe, this video has given you an alternative. Maybe this video has woken your true soul up from the words that come out of my mouth, which aren't just words, they're healing words. Because I'm telling you, you are far more than the job that you're fearing losing. And your health is far more important. Because if you don't have your health, you don't have your job anyway. And you don't work and do anything for the rest of your life that you should have done, because you'd no longer have your health and you're ill. There is no questioning. There's only one way to go. Find your path. Stay healthy and organic. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for listening today, and thank you for going to markbajerski.com and buying my authentic crystals, oils and incense that I've worked with since I began this path at 38 years old, and I hope they make a difference to you. I hope you love them as much as I loved working with them. Have a great day and be amazing, be inspired, and be the best that you were born to be. Start today, because I believe today is the first day of the rest of your life. In fact, you haven't even started living.